Now we'll be going to take headlines across Africa as today we're headed to Somalia, Angola, and Zimbabwe.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
Headlines across Africa.
So we'll be starting from Somalia, where the headlines are telling us, we're actually reading from the Hiran online portal, and the headline says Somalia receives its first batch of the COVID-19 vaccine a year after the first case was detected. Well, Mogadishu, the first dose of the World Health Organization's global vaccine sharing program COVAX, has landed in Somalia on Monday, marking a crucial step in the fight against the virus as deaths continue to rise. A flight carrying 300,000 doses of the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine arrived in Mogadishu, the nation's health ministry confirmed in a statement. Now, Health Minister Fauzia Abibakar and UN envoy in Somalia James Swan traveled to the airport to receive the vaccine and hailed its arrival while warning against letting our guard down. Now, the arrival of the COVID-19 vaccines is happening at a crucial time as Somalia is now experiencing a new wave of the epidemic. It can only be contained if all countries stand together, Somalia included. This was said by Fauzia Abibakar, Somalia's health minister. Abibakar also said that the first shipment of doses would be allocated to frontline workers, the elderly, and those with chronic health conditions. I call on all healthcare workers and people at high risk who have been prioritized to receive vaccines from this batch so we can protect our health workforce, other frontline workers, and high-risk people. Abibakar also added that Somalia's health ministry has conducted extensive mass vaccination drives for deadly vaccine-preventable diseases in the past, such as measles and polio, and will rely on experience gained through these campaigns. She also says the government has already trained 2,000 health workers who will begin the exercise on Tuesday. However, Abibakar warned that although vaccines have helped other countries reduce the spread of the virus, she urged Somalians to continue observing public health measures such as wearing masks, washing hands, and keeping a safe distance. Well, that is a story coming from the Hiran online newspaper. In Somalia, I think it's a good thing that they've received, yes. And I mean, the prioritization thing is super important. Let's see how it goes as the story unfolds, and we just hope that it can cap the spread as they have a new wave currently underway. Now, we're moving on to take our next headlines across Africa, and this one, well, initially I wanted us to go to Angola, but then let's go to Zimbabwe, where we'll be reading from the Herald newspaper. And the headline says, breaking news. Robbers break into Justice Matanda Moyo's office. Well, unknown people broke into the office of Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission chairperson Justice Lois Matanda Moyo over the weekend at Mount Pleasant Business Park. Investigations are now underway to establish if any crucial documents or property are missing. After the disturbing incident, Justice Matanda Moyo took an early break and decided to work away from the offices. Not really the best of stories coming from the Herald newspaper in Zimbabwe. Well, Justice Matanda Moyo has actually confirmed the development, and she said, yes, there was a break-in at my office and investigations are in progress. Charlie, when people start breaking into the offices of, the chairpersons of anti-corruption commissions, then you start to know that there's something else going on, there's something lurking around, there's something that is actually something they don't want to be brought to light. And I think investigation is being conducted, should be conducted by the right people, and they should ensure that whatever they find, they actually bring to light and work very, very hard on it, because the culprits need to be brought to book. The right thing has to be done. We can't keep having this cut in justice or having justice being truncated day in, day out. It's not really the best of issues coming. If you actually see her, I don't know. Well, I don't know how people would actually. I don't know how you can actually look at somebody like that and still decide to break into their office, though. I mean, for me, it doesn't make sense. I don't know how you can look at somebody like that and break into the office. But like I mentioned, unless there's something that the person is trying to particularly hide or keep away, and that's the only thing that can cause them to actually do the break. So I believe the right authorities should themselves jump on board and ensure that, they bring the culprits to book so we can have this thing stopped. Well, finally, we'll be going to Angola for our last newspaper headlines, and there we'll be reading from the Jornal de Angola newspaper. Well, the headline says a new textile industry has been set up in Angola, and this is something that is bringing great joy to the people. Now, the key things they're looking at here is the creation of jobs for more people to also reduce the issue of poverty, and they believe that this, in a way, can contribute to maintaining what is Africa in Africa. It's a good thing. I mean, more industries in different African countries, and coupled with the ASCFTA that has already begun. Look over the next 5 years. I'm sure that when it comes to industrialization and development, Africa should be heading in the right direction. That's all we have for you for headlines across Africa.